Right. Let's see here. All right. See if anybody joins me tonight. Been a long time. I need to get back to doing my live streams on a regular basis. That's what I need to do. Let's see here. I'm connected good. HS Racing, dude, what is up, man? Hold on 1 second. My connection was looking kind of bad. HS, man, what's going on? Texas Motor Speedway coming up Sunday. It's been really, really cool as far as the weather here in Texas the past few days. So these cars, they're going to be super fast. The engines, they're going to love this cool weather. We're talking in the 40s, man. So I don't know what the weather's going to be for Sunday, but it's going to be, different than normal. Getting pretty cold. Where are you at, man? Exactly, where do you live? But yeah, Don Thomas, Time Lord. Hey, how's it going? Doing a little live streaming. I need to get back into the mix, get back into doing my live streams. Mississippi. Hey, I know all about Mississippi. My grandfather and grandmother, they lived in right outside of Jackson, Mississippi. My grandfather was a sheriff over Yazoo County when he was alive. So a lot of great memories in Mississippi. And man, buddy, it gets cold in Mississippi. Some great hunting, some great. I don't know, man. It's a really nice place. If you like hunting and things like that, want to get outdoors and go deer hunting and things like that. Yeah, Mississippi is. They have some great hunting, great fishing too. Believe it or not, my grandfather had a lot of. He had two ponds on his land. He had a natural creek, and you could just catch perch all day long. From Jackson, now live about 3 hours away. Yeah. So yeah, I can remember growing up, spending many, many summers in Jackson, in that area. And so I loved it, man. What is your favorite muscle car? Not your favorite muscle cars. 1969 Dodge Charger and the Gran Torino. Gran Torino was a great, great car, man. Ford Cobra Jet. It's one of those muscle cars that kind of gets overlooked. People don't seem to talk about the Torinos a whole lot. And my sister had a Torino when I was young, growing up, and it was a really cool car. My favorite muscle car, I don't know, man. I really gravitate toward the 69 Mustang Mach 1. That car just, to me, has a really cool look to it. Um, I really like the, 71 Barracuda. One of my favorites. Everybody loves the Barracuda. This is one of the coolest cars ever made. Um, Plymouth Roadrunner, you know, one of the best circle track cars that there's ever been. That big wing on the back. Definitely, the car was almost impossible to spin out. So Richard Petty proved that. Shiny Knife, man, what's going on? Getting on here, going live a little bit. But yeah, my favorite muscle car, I really gravitate toward. I'm a Mustang fan. I like Camaros as well. Camaro has not even begun to touch Ford as far as their sales of the Mustang. There's a lot of fast Camaros out there, but GM is discontinuing the Camaro. For those of you who don't know, the sales are just not where they want them to be, and the Camaro is going to go away here before long. Now, GM, they are going to bring back the SS, the Chevelle. They're supposed to be bringing back the El Camino. which it's a cool looking car, but it needs to be a functional El Camino. You know, you can't take an El Camino and make it so modern that you can't use it like a truck. You know what I mean? It's a cool, the El Caminos, the older ones. To me, I love the El Camino. One of those cars that was just tough, fast. You could throw your dog in the back. Um, Things of that sort. Shiny, man. GM just had a huge recall, man, on some of their vehicles. I'm talking a bunch of their vehicles. So um, I don't know what you're driving, but if you know anybody that's got a pretty recent GM, you want to get with them and tell them, hey, there've been a lot of recalls. You might want to call your dealership and let them know, just to make sure that if there's any recalls, get it in to the service department and get that stuff taken care of. And I'm not dogging GM. My little Toyota Corolla had a recall on it for the airbags. Apparently, the passenger side airbags were deploying and throwing out shrapnel. That's not cool. Not cool at all. We had a Honda Civic, same thing. Passenger side airbag throwing out shrapnel. That's not something that it's there to protect you. It's not there to kill you. I don't need a grenade going off in somebody's face. But yeah, I hadn't been going live, guys, as much. Started this new job doing HVAC work, working in an Exxon Mobil plant. Job is going excellent, but getting up every day at 4:30 in the morning, having to be at work at 6. We start work about 7. I mean, it's working in a refinery is not for everybody, but the work itself is cool because they don't want you to kill yourself in a refinery, and you got to really think safety in a refinery. Um, it's kind of crazy. 3 points of contact anytime you go up a stairwell, you climb a ladder. You have to basically go hand, hand, foot, foot, hand, foot, foot. When you come down, it's the opposite. Foot, foot, hand. It's kind of a crazy way to climb, but that's what they want everybody to do. What type of car did Steve McQueen drive in that movie? Steve McQueen. Uh, I don't know, man. I should know this. Steve McQueen was a little bit before my time. I should know this one. Your truck is up to date, no recalls. That's good. Boss 302, yeah, one of the best engines that Ford ever put out. And I think every manufacturer, you got Ford guys that don't like Chevy guys that don't like Ford guys. But I mean, you really look back in history, every manufacturer has put something out there that was great. Plymouth, they had the Roadrunner. How great of a car that was. Pontiac had their time as well. GTO Judge. Do you remember Gordon Kozlowski Brawl from 2014? Oh yeah, I remember. See, I was a Jeff Gordon fan, and I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday. And I don't know, man. NASCAR really wants ratings. Let these drivers go at it. Just let them throw down, man. Let it be like hockey. I think hockey's one of the coolest sports because guys get into it and they just let them go at it, beat the crap out of each other, and yeah. Steve McQueen Mustang was a Bullet Mustang. Nice. Like I said, Steve McQueen, great actor. A little bit before my time. I just turned 40 last month, so I need to go back in time. And that's the great thing about TV. That's the great thing about video. You can always go back and learn and get caught up on things. Growing up, I tell you what, a show that I never missed was Knight Rider. When I was, 5, 6, 7 years old. If Knight Rider was on, buddy, I was in front of the TV. That 1982 Trans Am, such a simple car, but yet it had style, man. That car was so sleek, and just the blacked out tail lights. It was really ahead of its time. And for those of you that don't know, the guy that designed KITT, and actually KITT was not the name of the car in the show. The name of the car was the Knight Industries 2000. KITT was the computer processor within the car. But that car was really ahead of its time, and I loved it. You know, Dukes of Hazzard. I loved that show as a kid. You know, great show. I actually met what's her name? Bach is her last name. Catherine Bach, the Daisy Duke. I actually met her. It's been probably 10 or 15 years ago. Super nice woman, down to earth, just, you know, treat you like a person. One of the cooler people that I've met that have, you know, been famous. So really cool person. You ever have the opportunity to go to a car show or something and meet the original Daisy Duke, make sure you do so, man. She's really cool. So yeah, we got Texas Motor Speedway coming up Sunday for all my NASCAR fans. The weather down here in Texas, it's been really cool. I'm talking 40s. So what's that going to mean for the racing on Sunday? These engines are going to just soak up that cool weather. I don't know. I expect the speeds to be high. Tire fall off to not, you know, last time we went to Texas, the tire fall off was not that great. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be cooler than normal, I do believe, unless the weather changes here in the next couple of days, which I think it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to be in the 60s. Even so, that's pretty cool temperatures. I got some videos of me and my Mustang. I'm going to have to check them out, man. Met Burt Reynolds. Crap. Let's see. Met Burt Reynolds at a Rockingham race back in the 70s. In the Bandit Special TA. In the 70s? Man, you don't look that old. What do you mean you met him in the 70s? How old are you? My God. Brother, I had no idea. 48? Okay. So you were a youngster. But hey, man, it doesn't matter. You met Burt Reynolds. You met Burt Reynolds. That guy, he was a good actor. Him and that old wife of his had some issues. What was her name? You know who I'm talking about. The blonde that he was with. Kind of a good-looking woman way back in the day. You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, he, man, that Trans Am, Smokey and the Bandit, baby. That was a cool car, too. Those cars just, they looked tough. They were mean. Lonnie Anderson, yeah, that's her. Old Lonnie, 7 years old. You know, I think we grew up in one of the coolest times. You know, we didn't need the internet. We didn't need all the stuff that kids have today. You know, we actually went outside and threw the ball around. We actually, you know, got outside and did stuff. You know, I'd come home from school outside. As long as I didn't have any homework, I'd go outside and throw the ball around with the neighborhood kids. You know, you don't really see a whole lot of that anymore, and it's a shame, man. Didn't have the internet until 1996. Yeah, about the same for me. And for those of you who don't know, dial-up, AOL, it sucked. I mean, so we thought it was cool at the time, but I'm talking about you turn your computer on, you go to connect, 20 minutes later you're online, and you go to download one photo, and it's just like sit and wait. sit and wait. It was crazy. It was horrible. And all the AOL chat rooms. Yep, I was chatting it up way back when, and all the different colors that you could choose, like a different color font, and it was kind of cheesy, but we thought it was cool. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing some more live streams. I just, exhausted, getting up 4:30 every morning, working my 10-hour shift, getting home about 6 o'clock, spending some time with the kids, getting them to bed. It just, the work never ends. If you don't have kids, you got no idea. The work never stops. It really doesn't. And you come home and you take a shower and plop your butt down on the couch or whatever. Hey, there's stuff around the house that needs to be done, and it's not going to get done if you don't do it. Me, I'm a do it now, get it over with kind of guy. I just did like 4 loads of laundry tonight. Went and picked up some Mexican food. Man, I was craving some Mexican food, so I went and got me and the wife some Mexican, came home, ate, got on that laundry. Still doing laundry, doing my work clothes right now, but I mean, the work never stops. It really doesn't. There are YouTubers that are on here. God bless them. It's like a lot of them, they're retired and they have the ability to come on here and just spend 15 hours a day, and that's wonderful for their channel. And this is not my life. This is something that I love to do, and it's something that I enjoy doing. But YouTube doesn't pay the bills unless you're just an incredible creator. And it's awesome that people have made it that far with it, and I love doing it. I really do. But bills and the kids and all of that come first, obviously. So I hear that there's going to be, I can't spend too much time on YouTube. I have a real job. Yeah, no joke, man. No joke. Yep. It's because of us that YouTubers are able to keep doing this. We keep the economy rolling, man. So, yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be some changes coming up next year with YouTube. And maybe even before the end of the year, to where they're not going to allow a live stream like this, from what I understand, from what I'm hearing. You're going to have like guests come on your live stream and things like that. So I don't know how it's going to be, how they're going to regulate all of that. I'm just doing my thing until then. And if we got to have guests, God Ani Calm. Hey, how's it going? Appreciate you joining me tonight. But yeah, there's going to be some changes to YouTube, from what I understand, and their live streaming and how they allow people to do it. Chelsea, yeah, have to be careful with your kids in the net. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous. I don't think, if you're going to get your kid a phone, get them a flip phone. They don't need to have something that they can access the internet with all the time. I don't agree with it personally. There's too much stuff out there that they can pull up and see, and it's too easy for them to do so, and it just, I don't know. It's one of those touchy subjects, apparently. I did just fine. I didn't have no cell phone. $1,000 iPhones. Yeah, those people are idiots, man. $1,000 for a phone. You can go get a halfway decent running car for $1,000. Put a little work into it, and it'll actually move you down the road. I can't see it. And people are so, they keep up with the Joneses, and they got to have their iPhone 25 or whatever it is, and then 3 months later, guess what? That phone's out of date, and they got to go get another iPhone. I've got one I'm ashamed to say. Well, hey, man, if you can afford it, that's all right. That's all right. instead of getting a gun or a knife, you got yourself a good phone. So I want to get me another gun eventually. I think I'm going to go 9mm whenever I can get around to getting one. I don't know if I want a Glock 19 or what, but I think I'm going to go 9mm shiny. Get some good federal rounds. They make some pretty good defense rounds, to keep on standby. Um, but a 9mm is a pretty good gun. I had a 40 caliber that I loved. 9mm Glock 19, perfect gun. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard so many good things about the Glocks. They don't hang up like a lot of guns do. I had a Smith and Wesson. Um, Actually, that was a 40 caliber, my Smith and Wesson, and you could not fire cheap rounds through it. Just target practice. You could not. Those lighter rounds, they would hang up, man. They would stovepipe. I had to use brass. It's better than a Glock for less money. CZP07. Shiny Knife would definitely know about that. If you're not familiar with Shiny Knife, go and connect to him. This guy knows his guns. He knows his weapons, knives, guns, ammunition. He can really lead you in the right direction. And a lot of times it's preference. But the Glocks, you really can't go bad. You can't go wrong with a Glock. They don't hang up as much as some guns do. Is a great gun. He's right. CZP07. CZP07. Who makes that? Who makes that? Ruger has some pretty cool guns too. I like some of them. Luger, not Ruger. Ruger has some awesome guns too. CZ. Oh, pardon me. I am unfamiliar with this manufacturer. CZ. Glock 17, good gun, but the CZs are better. Gonna have to look into that, Ron. I appreciate you coming in, by the way. What did you think of the World Series? The Nationals and Astros played a good series. Well, to be quite honest, I'm a little bit pissed off that my Astros lost. Not gonna lie. First World Series ever in history that a team didn't get a win at home. I mean, how weird and crazy is that? Nationals win the World Series, and every win they got was on the road. That's just crazy. It was a good series. Astros just self-destructed, man. They jump out ahead by a couple runs and allow the Nationals to come back on them. And it's one of those things, man. It is what it is. We'll be back. I'm sure we're gonna have to find some pitchers. Cole is no longer going to be with us, more than likely. We're still going to have Greinke. We're still going to have Verlander, from what I understand. But we're going to have to go out and try to find a couple more guys. We've got a good offense. We got Altuve. We've got Gurriel and other guys. Bregman. We've got some really good players. Both teams are really good. I'm just glad we beat the Yankees. Not a Yankees fan. But, you pull for the Yankees. I heard a comedian say that's like going to a casino and pulling for the house if you're a Yankees fan. Because let's face it, they got more money in their organization than any other baseball team out there. And I think they should have a salary cap like they do in the NFL. Wife said no more guns this year or it will be stuck up my butt. Yeah, she's probably right, man, because I think you got like 20,000 guns. You got more than any group in The Walking Dead. You do. You don't lie. I've seen your videos. You got a lot of guns. Hey, man, we all know I have about 25. That's a pretty good little arsenal. But they're fun. They're expensive, but they're a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, I get on here. I try to come live as often as I can. I haven't been on in a while. Just been so busy, so busy with work and just dog tired at the end of the day, and trying to do my Pick Five NASCAR video and trying to keep up with the Longhorns and just so busy. But just wanted to get on here tonight and try to connect with a few people. Hope everybody's doing good. If anybody took the little ones out last night trick or treating, I hope they had a good time. My little girl, she did awesome. You making any scratch on YouTube? Yeah, a little bit, not much, not a whole lot. I've got to meet. It's $100 minimum that you got to get up to before they start, sending you checks. So I think it's up to about $60 now. So I'm getting there. But I've backed up, man, since I got this job. I'm not busting out the videos like I was. I mean, I am, but not the live streams and things like that. So getting close to 1,400 subscribers. So I mean, I'm still doing pretty good. About to reach 200,000 views on the channel, so that's pretty decent. I'll take it. So yeah, we got NASCAR fans. We got Texas coming up. I'm looking forward to that on Sunday. My college team does not play tomorrow, so I got some car stuff I got to do in the morning. Not getting rich by any means, but I make enough to pay my internet bill every month. Hey, it's something, man. That's one less bill, right? One less bill. Anytime you can accomplish that, that's a good thing. So, yeah. That was fun the other night, man, racing you on Heat 4. I don't know what was going on with the audio. I couldn't hear nothing. I had my headset on, and I couldn't hear anything. So I don't know what was up with that, but I took JB out, I think at Dega. I came down on him and took him out. I did crash you at Daytona. I sure did. You were banging, especially my passenger door, man. You were bashing me left and right. So I'm like, I got to return this little favor. And I was really shocked at the road courses how well I was doing. I was like, man. And I've gotten a lot better on the road courses. Steve Hoyt, what's going on, man? Been busy here too, getting cold, 39 degrees. 11:30 past my bedtime, but I wanted to give you a shout out. But I'm still here. Love you, man. Hey, I love you too, brother. Just been working a lot myself and just exhausted, just tired. I'm ready for these next 2 days off. The work never ends, man. It never ends. Yeah, I couldn't hear anything either. Yeah, it'd be a lot funner if we could hear each other. You had it on normal. We had ours in expert, so you smoked us in the road courses. Oh, okay. All right. I'm still learning, man. I didn't know anything about the settings. I just got on there and let her rip. So there were a couple times there where I could not catch you guys. I had it floored to the max, and you guys just blew me away. But yeah, all in all, man, I really held my own. I was surprised. So it was a lot of fun. I know that. A lot of fun. So yeah, I try to get on there. Did great. Thanks a lot, man. I'm getting a whole lot better at it. I play when I can. Normally it's at night when the kids are in bed, and I just reached the Cup Series, so that's cool. Won the championship and on dirt, well, in everything, trucks, Xfinity. Now I'm on to the Cup Series. Only raced one race, Daytona so far. I think I finished 19th. Just trying to work the draft. You really got to work that draft on those bigger tracks, Daytona, Talladega. You really got to learn how to stay behind somebody and try to pass at the right time. So, but it's a fun game. I really enjoy it. They did a pretty good job with it. Pretty good job. 94%. Yeah, I'm nowhere near nowhere near that. I'm at about 40%, I guess. I want to do all the challenges in the game. You know, those are pretty challenging actually. Some of them are hard, really, really hard. So, hope everybody is doing good. Hope everybody had a good week. See your stuff on your profile. Yeah, I'll have like in career mode, I'll be doing really, really good, and then the computer kind of throws you a curveball, and you kind of start to slump a little bit, and you got to work your way back up. So it's a fun game. I enjoyed it. It's challenging. It really is. Um, but yeah, JB's driver has been on fire here. Martin Truex Jr. Crazy what happened to Chase Elliott last week. That really pissed me off. Starting dead last, working his way all the way up to, inside the top five, and breaking that axle. That just, it made me sick. It really, really did. Don't see that happening to anybody else, really. So I'm wondering if it's the parts, or if it's a combination of the parts and him just being aggressive. And I mean, I can't blame the guy. He's got to be aggressive. He's got to go out there and push the car to the max, and that's what everybody else is doing. So we'll see. Hope Kevin Harvick wins this weekend. I have him for my championship in my fantasy. Hey, no better pick than Kevin Harvick. We know how good that guy has been at Texas. And honestly, that's who I'm going with too for the win, is Kevin Harvick. He knows that track. He's always run good there, so a really, really good choice on your part going with Kevin Harvick. The guy is good at Texas. So hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody had a good week. Just thought I'd get on here for a little bit, chat it up with some people. Like to see Chase win too, though. Yeah, I would too. He's gonna have to push it. Qualifying, I think he's gonna roll out like 35th, so that could benefit him. I don't know. Let those other guys lay a little bit of rubber down. That might help him a little bit on his qualifying run. And the higher up he can start, the better. I don't know how good these cars are going to be able to pass. Think he could win in Phoenix. Yeah, I think so too. Texas is just kind of a toss-up, not his best track, but he has won here in Xfinity, so I mean, he's no stranger to the track. So we'll see what happens, man. He needs to gain as many points as possible. If he could get a stage win, that would be good too. But a good season for Chase, nonetheless, no matter what happens. I mean, outstanding at the Roval. That was really cool to watch him come back. Beating Truex there at, what was it, the road course. You know what I'm talking about. You know what track I'm talking about. Yeah, he does need to win. I'm just saying he can gain some more points, by getting a stage win. Watkins Glen, yeah, Watkins Glen, and he was pretty good at Sonoma too. So he's gaining skill, more and more. He's getting better and better, and he's only 23 years old, so the guy's gonna be there for a while. So he's gonna have his time to really shine in the future. The new Camaro coming out next year. I don't know if you've seen it, Shiny, but the nose is going to be flat. Yeah. The nose is going to be flat. Alpha, hey Righteous, how does it start the weekend going? Did you see the new Camaro for the next season? Yeah, I was just bringing that up. It's going to have a flat nose, which I think will help the Camaros. Just as a manufacturer, they're going to be able to push each other more. So it's really going to even things up. Aerodynamically, I don't see it making that big of a difference. I think they'll be a little bit better, hopefully. So be able to run with those the Fords and the Toyotas a little bit better. So we'll see how it works out. And then 2021, we go to a whole new car, 18-inch wheels. It's going to be crazy. I saw it, don't understand it though. They haven't figured out the one. Yeah, exactly. And that brings me to my next point. NASCAR, used to, they would change these cars up, about every 10 years or so, we would see some changes. They would let things ride and then start making changes. Now, it's like in the middle of the season, hey, let's add another 2 inches to the spoiler. Let's do this, let's do that, right in the middle of the season. Let these drivers, let these teams get used to what they have, and they can't do that when you're constantly making changes. 2021 all new car. I don't like the fact that they're going with 18-inch wheels. I don't. You're going to have less rubber on the track, and they're keeping Goodyear in business, I can tell you that, because they're constantly having to develop new tires. You know what I mean? Constantly having to scratch their head, go back to the drawing board, and starting from scratch, basically. So the car looks all right for 2021. I don't like the bigger wheels, and they're talking about going with a 1 lug nut instead of the 5. That's going to kill jobs. Guys are going to be out of a job. It's going to make for faster pit stops. I don't really agree with that either. Pit stops, the 5 lug nuts, that's a part of racing. That's a part of racing where the driver has to come down and the crew's got to do their job. Don't take away the team aspect by making the pit stops easier. I just don't agree with that. They're talking about going to a partially electric car, and that would mainly work on the road courses. The charging of the battery would take place under braking, which would work for a road course. It's not going to work all that well for a big circle track. Pick 5 contest every week with you guys. I've been doing Charlie NASCAR's post-race videos, getting better. Yeah, man, you do a good job for him, and it's cool that you do that for him with him having the work and everything. I think that's an awesome thing that you're doing. My pick 5 next year, starting with Daytona, it's going to be different. It's going to be set up pretty much the same, but I'm going to keep up with everybody's points throughout the year. Not going to curse in mine, though. Yeah, guy gets pretty hardcore. F Toyota. But, so yeah, what I'm going to do for next year, the plan is, with the contest, say you get 4 out of 5 correct, and you win the contest, you're going to get a few championship points. You're going to get 4 points for getting 4 out of 5. It's almost like a point system that I'm going to do. If you win the contest, then you get extra points. Don't want to mess up my ad revenue. Yeah, I feel you on that. So yeah, it's going to be a little points thing. Everybody that joins the contest, even if you say you don't win the contest, but you still get 3 out of 5, you're going to get 3 points for that. Going to keep up with everybody, have a big notepad and keep up with everybody's points, and maybe every 4th race I'll update people on the points. And at the end of the year, whoever's got the most points gonna win like $150 gift card. They'll be the pick 5 champion. Something along those lines. I think it'll be pretty cool. Just make it a little bit more interesting, and give people a little bit more incentive to play. Hey, I lose every time I play, but no, you're gaining points. You can get that gift card at the end of the season. So something like that, I think it'll be pretty cool. I'll have to figure it all out, but it shouldn't be too difficult. So we'll see how it goes. But I did good in my NFL picks last week. Got 13-2, not too shabby, not too shabby at all. So there for a while, I was doing like 8-5 for like 3 weeks in a row. So I wasn't too happy with that. But yeah, I enjoyed doing the NFL picks. So yeah, I did pretty good. Right now, you're stronger. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. It looks great, and I think it's going to be way more consistent than this year's Camaro has shown. The new Pick 5 context for next year sounds like a ton of fun. Yeah, be a part of it, Alpha. Just keep on sticking with me, and it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna pretty much be set up the same way. But even if you don't win, like I say, you're gonna earn points, and we're gonna have a round of 16. We'll take the top 16, which might be everybody. I'm having about 25 to 40 per week. So we'll just work it all the way down, to a champion over the contest, and whoever wins that gonna go away with a nice gift card. So should be pretty cool. So I need to find some more Chase Elliott cars. It's just he's so popular, people buy them up. So, and Walmart does a horrible job of restocking the die casts. Doesn't matter really where you're at. They do just, it's like they want to sell all of them before they go and order more. I don't know. I might go online and order some and just be done with it. So I've got a pretty good fleet of cars in the contest right now. I just know I got a lot of Chase Elliott fans out there, and I might need to get a couple more. So, but yeah, I wanted to get on here and just go live, chat with you guys for a little bit. Appreciate you guys coming in. Think I'm going to get off of here for now, but I'm going to try to get back on here soon. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Let's see, I may give away a free diecast every race to get my program going next year. That's how I started my football picks. First year gave away a ton of knives. Hey man, every guy loves knives. Most guys do. So I know I do. I love case knives. One case knife that I want to get is the Mother of Pearl Trapper. That's what I want. Mother of Pearl Trapper by Case. Beautiful knife. That's one that I want. I love case knives. They always pretty sharp. That's one that I want to get. So appreciate you guys coming in. I'm going to get off of here for now, but I will get back on here and go live again soon. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and you guys take it easy.